Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. Truly select men don't work hard for a woman's attention. And you know, this the select manosphere, and I gotta say that and this is one thing I've observed since I was young. Because you know, a lot of people hear the term select and non-select think this is just some made up stuff. They are just terms. They just terms to really describe something that's always existed in humanity since the beginning of time, recorded time, probably before that. It's always been a situation where women wanted some men and they didn't want the others. In fact, I mean, and there was a study done. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, it was a study done in 2004. It was a cross-cultural DNA study. Dr. Michael Hammer and his colleagues at the University of Arizona found that certain males passed on the bulk of the genes to the next generation. You know, and another, you know, it's also been said only 40% of men will like reproduce. That's how deep it is. So, you know, that whole criteria or whatever has always been there, you know, and people in other sectors, they might say dominant man or, you know, I remember Ray type of dude. He said, you know, the big rooster on the yard, or some people might say the big dog. And of course, there's that basic alpha and beta. All right. So you've been seeing this, but one of the things I've been observing since I was young is what's happening in it. And I've actually talked about this in a car video before, and some people were like, but no, when you talk about select and non-select, what you have is dudes who are non-select generally have to work hard for a woman's attention. They have to impress her. They have to like do the primary approaching, like, and they gotta go hard, you know. And select men do approach too, but it's a different vibe. It's a different way they do it, you know, because, and I'm gonna get into that in a second, but when you look at the non-select dudes, yeah, you got to do a lot. You got to make sure you call it. You got to be on time. And if you miss something, boom. I mean, shit, that woman gonna make you climb over everything and put through some changes. But a truly select man ain't even working like that. I mean, and I've seen that even way before I used the terms. I've seen that. Because what happens is women they'll chase a guy. And sometimes they'll put themselves in his position. Most of them, the overwhelming majority, ain't gonna just go up to a guy and say, hey, I want you and everything. Or even use what people think of as choosing signals, but they'll put themselves in a position to, you know. And he don't have to work hard to convince her. He just have to like her. Like he might be walking along and he sees some woman and she always find a way to like work out near him in the gym, or, you know, she clocked his path, so she'll put him on the path. I've actually had several women tell me they'll see a guy walking a certain place or being at a certain place and they make sure that they're there, right? And even then, as a select man, ain't working hard because all he has to do is say hi to the woman. And she takes it from there. That's all he had to do. Even if he approaches a woman, he could cold approach a woman, think he cold approached a woman, but she already checked him out. She might have given him zero choosing signals. Choosing signals. But all he had to do is just step to her, and all of a sudden she's a chatty boobalatti. She's giving up the whole thing. And, you know, of course, and I've always talked about that. Now, I know some people will say, well, what can I do to be that way? The key is you don't focus on a woman or get mad at her or, you know, be chasing her like that. You know, and when I mean chasing, let me explain that. You know, of course, you want to see some woman, she fine, and you still want to be like, hey, how you doing? But then if she's feeling you, oh, she making it easy right there. If she's that type, like, oh, well, I don't really want to talk to you and stuff. It's like, nah. Just let her rock. Let her rock. She gonna let you know right away what's up. Now, to be in that position, the key is you working on what you're presenting. Now, you know, of course, I always talk about the body game, you know, but then there's other stuff. It's how you carry yourself. It's how you carry yourself. How you walking? How you talking? How's your posture? Are you walking with confidence? You walking like you soon gonna own the world, or are you acting like, oh, I don't, you know, you acting like, you know, the world's gonna tear you apart? You know, is your head held high or is it low? When you speaking, are you speaking with confidence and authority? Like, let me use that confident thing for example, because you get some people, they'll say, oh, that's not real and everything. Confidence is really just believing in yourself, and women check for that. Like, when they check, like, yeah, the first thing they check for is that just that physical thing. Do they find you physically attractive? That's the first thing. Whatever they like. You know, you stocky, you slim, you tall, short, whatever. Whatever they like. But then it's like, all right, we got that. So then is that second part. You know, are you charismatic? And charismatic in the sense, can you make a connection? Right? Now, when they see that, they actually watching. They like, a woman will even pay attention to how you interact with other women in the environment. I've never seen that to fail. It could be just some casual thing. You just say hi to somebody else. They say, oh, we cool. They'll make it easier. They'll make it easier. They'll find a way they shoot. Some of them even ask the other woman. So it's like, you got that, and then just being a man out here. Just being a man. You carrying yourself a certain way. You walking through this. You looking, you like your body right is tight, or you walking with some power at the very least. That's why you get some like tall, big men who be tearing it up too, because they be walking through with some power, some confidence, and then they got some charisma. That's just, you know, that's just being able to talk to the woman. Or, you know, just carrying yourself, not carrying yourself like you mad at the world, or like, you know, you got just issues. You walking through like everything cool. Like, everything might not be cool, but at least when you out in public, you got to look like shit. You run shit. All right? That's what women looking for. They looking for that guy to look like he can dominate. Not the one who says he can, the one who look like he can. Because trust me, they feeling it. And that's another thing too. And I'm going to get more into that in my next podcast. They got to feel you. They got to feel you. So but what it get down to, if once your man is truly select, he don't have to do a lot. In fact, the women, they trying to figure out shit to get to you. You know? They trying to figure out shit, or, you know, they putting themselves, they clocking you. They'll know everything about you, and you be like, damn, didn't I just meet you? In fact, let me shout out Cousin T-Talk, because that's one of the things they'll do in like the office. When they get that office fuck file, when they do that office fuck file, trust me, the women in that office, they see you coming in, they checking everything, they talking, they shoot. Then they gonna figure out through the hierarchy in there who gonna be allowed to get at you. Yeah, but whatever the case, however you want to look at it, the whole point of me even doing this podcast is just to point out, if you want to realize if you truly select, that's how much stress women are providing you. You know, how much stress. And like I said, are they approaching you? A few will. Are they making it easy, or are they coming up to you? It's like, are they putting themselves in a position for you to approach them or talk to them? You know, it could be something subtle. You know, normally you might see them, they walking fast, but they like might glance real quick, see you, and all of a sudden they start slowing down. Yeah. But whatever the case, it's not going to be that hard work. In fact, I'm going to tell you what this one select dude said. He would say this and I'm sitting there watching women like constantly coming to him. He's like, man, it's just too easy. So anyway, that's all I got for now. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.